What's going on, everybody? This is Hunter. Hope you guys are having a wonderful day. Today I'm going to take you on a tour of the absolutely beautiful 2025 Cedar Creek 361 RL. This is going to be a pretty classic take on a very popular floor plan, the rear living setup. You're going to get 3 slides, but what Cedar Creek really does well is it's going to put you into a luxury finish camper just before you go up into the moon as far as cost. You're going to get 2-inch thick sidewalls, aluminum frame construction with an aluminum truss as well, so not wood. They use an upgraded fiberglass 6-point hydraulic auto leveling. You get a drop frame up in the front for a ton of storage. But what's nice about Cedar Creek is there's a couple different segments. So this is going to be like, the Mac Daddy. You can order the Cedar Creek with a full body paint job, do whatever you want, slide toppers. But then they also have the Cedar Creek Experience. Nothing wrong with it, the exact same construction qualities. However, on the Cedar Creek, you're gonna get upgraded features like frameless windows, touch screen for the controls that can also be controlled from your phone. So if you enjoy kind of all the latest and greatest, this is definitely gonna be the version of it that you guys would like. If you guys find value in this video, if you don't mind, hit that like and subscribe button, drop a comment, say hello, maybe where you're from, or really anything. They all just help for me. But all the specifications, length, height, tank sizes, awning sizes, including a link for the pricing will be found down in the description. But let's go ahead and get into it. We'll start off on the inside, and then at the end, we'll do a couple quick hitters, on the outside. But I think Cedar Creek is a great brand. I have been involved with them. Well, first off here, before I go off on that rant, I've been involved with them for, probably about 7 of the 12 years I've been in the RV industry. And, recently, obviously converted over into the social media side, but I sold these things for 6, 7 years. And I'll tell you what, they are a nice product that I trust based on experience. And I think that they look beautiful. And what's crazy about Cedar Creek is they've actually had some pretty dramatic changes over the years. They used to be super, super dark carpet in the slides. Now they have the vinyl woven material. And then they went super stark white, almost hospital white. And now they have kind of settled in this in-between zone. So it's almost like they do, kind of yearly changes that are, pretty wow. And they're always for the better. Drop a comment. Let me know what you think maybe about the decor choices that they're using. Solid surface countertops all throughout. Babe, if you're watching, I love you. But I also love how this is going to be two-toned. I also really enjoy the fact that the island is kind of cut out or hollowed out, whatever the verbiage is you want to use for that. I'm not a very fancy guy. But, it gets skinny down at the bottom with the accent lighting. And then right here, they use like a super, a super excessively good magnet right there. I mean, it takes some power to pull that open. But they have the little legs, and then you can keep it kind of for like a little, a little food bar, or maybe even like a working desk. Dual opposing slides, so 2 of the 3 slides are featured right back here in the living room. You have your cooking and entertainment, and then you have your, seating and eating. They're all going to be 6'10". They also moved to a composite flooring sometime over the last 2 years or so. Why that is nice is basically it's not just like a plywood or anything like that. So in the off chance you do get some sort of leak, or if something gets into the slide and wedges it, and water could trickle in, it's not a floor that absorbs water. So mold and mildew, things like that, are something that you don't have to worry about with the Cedar Creek. Well, whatever, they hire me because I'm friendly, I guess. But, they're just a nicer slide floor than most brands. Accent lighting going across the top. And again, 6'10" tall, high slides. So you taller people out there are going to really love that. I'm 6 feet tall for reference. The windows that you get from the taller slide are also very nice. Each one opens up for a good breeze. So even the ones on the side. And then you see you have your Dracula shade, right there as well, which is pretty cool. And then they're also going to have the half Dracula. So whether you want to block out a little bit of the sun or all the sun, you have those options. A no knee knocker for the table, so you don't have to worry about slamming your knee into that and doing that one-legged hop. That's always, miserable experience. And then right there, you got a little bit of storage. But I like how the furniture is a little bit different. Here, you're also going to get outlets down below, a place for utensils, and an extension that you can pull out if you unlatch it. So that way you get a little bit more, kind of eating space. You can kind of branch out a little bit. What's nice too is even though there is a touch screen, or you can do it from your phone, there are also manual controls for all the lights. And anytime you see an arrow, that means it's going to be on a dimmer. And I'll show you what the dimming looks like here in a little bit, but it's pretty darn snazzy. It's pretty pinkies up. I think you guys are going to dig it. Theater seating right here. This is also going to be one of the power variation there for you. You also have the USB set right here, and then stainless steel for the cup holders. And then right there, you also have a place where maybe you can put in a book, you know, TV remote for honey buns, you know, all that kind of stuff. When you sit down at the theater seating, you also notice, I mean, you're not in the way of that island, which I love those lights there too above. I think that's pretty cool. But you're not in the way of the island. I got a pillow behind me, so I'm sticking out a little further than usual. But these are big man approved. Don't have to worry about that. They're also pretty comfortable. I prefer my seats on the firmer side, and this is definitely how I'd preference it. But it's also got a squishy back to, you know, which is what my life likes. So TV directly across, fireplace to keep you nice and a roasty and a toasty. And then you also have the trifold sofa that pulls out to make a queen size bed there as well, with shelving and outlets on both sides. And then also you have expandable cup holders right there too, which is pretty cool. All these windows, again, open up for a good breeze, have the day shades, have the night shades, emergency exit, so pull, push, and plop. You can get out in a hurry. And then you have the gold finish or copper tones, whatever the heck you want to call that. Now, the only downside is that this storage is pretty tall. You know, vertically challenged people like my wife would have a hard time getting things in and out of there. But for me, I could grab a blanket just fine. It's also going to be textured, which I think is pretty cool. Excuse me. Just sucked some wind right there. These lights on both sides are also clickables, so you can kind of use that for the ambiance, or you can shut it off if you're watching a movie for sure. But I mean, look at that. I also like how that accent wall looks right there too. You're going to get 3 ACs in this unit. I believe 2 are standard, so make sure to talk to your salesperson, you know, about that. But they also have dump valves. You see one side's open, one side's partly closed. But if you open them up, it'll disproportionately push the cool air into here. And if you close it, it'll evenly run through the track system. Ceiling fan, and then you also have your Bluetooth speaker that will pair up, obviously, you know, with this Insignia TV. Like the TV, it is going to be a smart TV. And then I like the fireplace. You're smart to have a fireplace just because it heats you up. It saves money on the propane. A little safety latch right there that I opened, and it opens up into this Murphy pantry, which is getting pretty darn popular. But if memory serves me correct, I think Cedar Creek were the originators of this. I think the first time I saw it was in their cottage, which is a destination or a park model, whichever way you want to say it. But I think it's pretty cool. I mean, all your books, my wife's crystals, all of her other stuff, my stuff would go right there. And then you have the little octopus doodad, you know, hang a coat on me. And you are ready to rock a Rooney. Let me go ahead and latch that back up. So now you're safely in there. Little place for your remotes. Now you're back over to the island. So again, that flips up. You also have outlets, USBs, little carbon monoxide detector. And I like the countertop design too. And the nice thing about this is it's all the way through. So if it does chip, you know, you're okay. Dovetail construction, if I didn't point that out already. So a little bit of a more residential finish to your drawers. Also notice how it was on the soft close system. Right here is a stainless steel bowl with the dish rinser. What do you call that? Cup rinser. And then you also have the waterfall and the high-rise faucet. Hitting those dishes from all angles. Soap dispenser right here. And then bada bing, bada boom. You got plenty of storage. Cut-off valves, shut-off valves for your water. And then a place where you can put the dishes, you know, let them dry kind of overnight. Right behind you, ton of countertop space, a ton of it. You're also going to have stuff like, you know, a pull-out garbage can with a cutting board. Maybe put some of your, you know, cooking stuff right over there. And then more storage over here with the pull-outs, which I think are pretty good. And again, they're going to be more residential with that dovetail, so they're going to be able to withstand a little bit more, you know, kind of yanking, I guess. Outlets on both sides. I do like the backsplash for that. I think that's pretty neat. And again, the solid surface countertops, a place for your paper towels, spice racks. Bada bing, bada boom. The microwave has every mode that you need. Popcorn, potato, and beverage. And then you have your fireplace. Goodness gracious, Hunter, you're talking to yourself a little bit too much. You have the opposite of your fireplace. You have your refrigerator to keep things nice and cool. And it is going to be a large one. I believe it is 18 cubic foot, possibly. It's at least 16. I think it's 18 though. but it's a week's worth of food, you know, no problemo. And what I like is you got two different freezer sections in here. So you have kind of this top one where you have an ice maker, and then the bottom one where if you push that tray away, you know, obviously you got room for, you know, all your other stuff. You might want to pause it here. There's a lot of good stuff that is on this. It goes over the construction, you know, the exterior, the roofing, wide body. The batteries are going to be lithium. All that kind of good stuff will be, you know, right there if you want to see it. I really enjoy the wide body portion because this is 101 inches wide. So you get a little extra oomph when you're walking through, a little bit extra room. Most of your fifth wheels are going to be 96 inches, but the Cedar Creek will be 101, which is kind of in line with majority of your more luxury brands, I would say. The copper tab with the magnetic latch, so that way it stays on there. Really nice and, you know, real nice and magnetity. Magnetity. Magnets. I love magnets. Little lip right there. And then turn around, give you another little view here. 200 watt solar panel will be up on top, so that'll run the refrigerator in a pinch. Like if you happen to lose power like we did the other day, would have been nice to have a little bit of solar on our house because it was -9 freaking degrees. By the time we woke up, it was like 45 in our house. It was awful. But right here is going to be your control. So again, the Cedar Creek Experience will just have your regular touchscreen controls. This will be able to tell you your tank fills. You can go to lights, turn them all off or on. I want to show you the, let's do the kitchen. So one click, let's do the living room, sorry. So one click, you can turn it on or off, or I can click it and then I can hold it and now it dimmers. Now sometimes the camera will pick up a little bit of a flicker because I am using 60 frames a second, but you can see, you know, it dims down and it gets brighter. You can also control it just from the manual controls as well. So pretty neat. It's easy, you know, you can, anytime you can control something from the manual side, the touchscreen side, or your phone, it just gives you, you know, options. 2 steps to head up into the upper deck. This also has a drop frame too, so you're going to get more storage down below. But I think this bathroom, since this is primarily the person that's going to buy it is going to be a couple, you know, possibly somebody with some grandkids here and there, having the dual sinks, a little bit of his and her space is, you know, pretty nice, you know, to have just the coupley storage. Bada bing, bada boom. That just kind of keeps going through. You got a mirror for the old bowling gun, baby. Splash proof, how it dips down, outlets, and then, you know, your on-demand hot water heater too. Let's see here. Did I show that? Bottom 2 are much larger. This is access to your plumbing, a little TP holder, and then you have the porcelain foot flush throne as well. One story time here. I talked to myself for the next 5 minutes. I didn't realize I must have bumped something and turned off my camera, so we're going to go at it again. One-piece fiberglass shelf there for the shower. You got your teak seat, and then right here you have yourself 6'2" and then 6'6" right there. Plus you're going to get the fancy pants shower head with the 4 ports of water that sticks out, the LED lights. I like the little swirly lines. And then as you come out here, I mean, you got plenty of storage there too as well. Okay, so let's rock out that bedroom for the second time. So previously, and it's doing it again. Let me zoom in real quick and then zoom out. Perfect. Sometimes the camera picks up as yellow. That's how I noticed it and started staring at the screen, realized I was talking to myself. You got yourself a king-size bed. You're also going to get storage here up underneath, and I like how the lights turn on too when you open it, just so you have easier access. On both sides, you're going to have outlets, windows, and then USB and universal C, along with the shelving there too as well. Here's going to be your other AC. So this is what I was talking about before with the dump valve. Open or close it, whether you want to hog the AC into this room or evenly distribute it. You're also going to have a dresser with a lift, outlet to your right, a place for all your clothes, and a shelves for, you know, whatever else you want to do with it. Emergency exit, so pull, push, and plop. Get yourself out in a hurry. And then you have your smart TV right there as well. Open it up here. You're going to have your washer and dryer. You also have the shelving right there with the hanging closet space and a vacuum right there. But all right, guys, maybe drop a comment. Let me know what you think. Now we're going to spend just a couple moments. Most people dip out on the outside, so we're going to fly by that, show you where everything important it is. and then kind of get skedaddling on the next. I got 3 or 4 more units down here, and then heading back home for about a week. And then, I think I'm going out to that Novi, Michigan show. So if you guys are out there, come holler and say hey. But this is the 2025 Cedar Creek. It's the 361 RL. Why am I blanking out here? Where the heck is that sticker? Yeah, 361 RL. There you go. All right, so now we are here on the outside. So Cedar Creek, again, is going to be the more luxury finish for the lines. And this goes across for the experience. They use a higher end fiberglass, molded fiberglass front cap, and I really like those soft glow lights. I think it just gives it a really nice appeal. They're using the Lippert Rhino box, so while that is not the most advanced towing as far as like controlling some of that chucking and bucking, that's what allows you to have that massive front cap. So by having that, it lets them restructure the front to give you about 30 to 20% more closet space so you can fit that washer and dryer in there, have it be residential. 6-point hydraulic auto leveling. You also have the drop frame, but then the finish going sideways, which I think is nice. It's just kind of more buttoned up. They're also going to have tank heaters, and it used to be formerly called rib armor, but basically every 6 feet there's paneling that you can remove as opposed to dropping the entirety of the bottom in the case that you do need any type of service. The dryer vent location is already kind of pre-ready to go, so you are ready right there. But you're also going to have frameless windows, dual awnings, so one right here, one heading off. You also get the LED lights, so one is on, one is off at the moment. These steps that I already showed you are easy to kind of get in and out. And then you open this up, and again, you have those 2-inch thick walls. Heavier door too, so I think they cut it out of the direct piece, which is nice. Just makes things a little bit easier, but that kind of a toy hauler finish, that tough, kind of rough, beat me up material down here. Plus you have a little pin board where you can put a couple things. The aluminum frame construction is going to have that huck bolt on there, and then you have a diagnostics area where you can check in for all your maintenance. It's all going to be coordinated, so a little bit easier for service. A couple outlets and a spray port located right there. You're also going to have the black glass finish with an opening up here, along with a little grab handle and a screen. You also see here that you have, the steps, and I'm going to show that again just in case I'm a little bit crazy, but it's just nice. Dual axle with the tire pressure monitoring system, so that comes with a screen so you can see what's going on behind you with some distance, or no, geez, that's for the backup camera. It gets so repetitive speaking sometimes I go Looney Tunes. You have the tire pressure monitoring system, which allows you to monitor your tires, if they're getting too hot, overinflated, underinflated. You also have the ABS system by Lippert, so that'll help, if you're driving kind of crazy, something crazy happens, it'll help lock up the brakes in certain areas to get you back, online. So just a nice little added safety feature that hopefully you never have to know why you would want it. Spare tire up under here. Again, you have the 12-volt tank heaters as well to kind of keep you nice and warm as far as the tanks are concerned. 2-inch receiver with a 300-pound weight capacity, and then you're prepped for the Furrion S-Vision and the Lippert on-the-go ladder system. Now remember, this has the aluminum construction all the way throughout, so even up on the roof, you have that aluminum. Kind of more storage, I would say like picnic tables or things like that would be pretty nice. And then you also have your low point drains located right there. If you can see it, it might be a little difficult. Yeah, right there. Freshwater drain. You got your sewer outlet connection right here, your 50 amp connection, and then a place for the old stinky slinky will be located right there. You're also going to see you have the back end of the Suburban on-demand hot water heater. Easy cord reel, and then you have your hydraulics. So your main, your posing in your bed where you can shut off whichever one you don't want. Your battery disconnect, hot and cold water in the form of an outside shower with all of your bypass valves and the, the valves for draining the darn thing. Sorry guys, I'm getting a little loopy. It's the pleasure and it's the worst part about talking to yourself for a living. Sometimes you go a little crazy. Lithium ion battery, a place for your hydraulics, and then you also have your controls there for your leveling. You got some more storage there up the front, pretty basic there. But all right guys, drop a comment, let me know what you think. Again, my name is Hunter. This is the 2025 Cedar Creek 361 RL. Have a great day. See you.